Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are in the wonderful world of Minecraft. Yeah, this is basically right outside of my base area on some of my just flat grass that I've been working on. And I have the issue of it looks really plain and boring, you know? And I tried building a mountain and I wasn't too happy with how it works. But in general, I just need to do a bit of terraforming. So that's what today's episode is going to be all about. Me working on my base, trying to figure out what kind of style I want to go for, terraforming with my inspiration, my different ways of coming up with the art, and building some trees, and some grass, and some more trees, and adding some leaves to the grass. Just a bunch of little fun things. So, we're going to hop into a creative testing world where I do a bunch of my tests and I design the, mountain behind you, you see? This is a little mountain. There's a sketch I did using pen. I always do my sketches in pen. Just, I don't know, I like it. And that's kind of like my inspiration for this mountain. Because I tried to do the mountain before without any idea of what I was doing. Just freeform and survival, and I did not like it. So this was my, let's actually think about what we're doing idea. There was also the fact that I wanted trees. So I was like, I'm going to actually try and design this tree before I go and build 20 of them. And that was a good idea. Because I go through a lot of different, builds of them that kind of turn out in different styles. And I'm like, I'm very happy that I actually thought about this first. And you'll see this tree is going to, completely change by the end because I'm not happy with the proportions or anything. And actually, I do a sketch because of that to see, what I think. You see the top is my style of tree. And the bottom one is actually my reference, which was a tree Good Time with Scar built on this season 11 of Hermitcraft in the shopping district. And I was like, I like that style of tree, but I kind of want to make my own. So I'm going to take parts and chunks and see what I can do with it. And that is what you see me doing here, where I go through. I can't remember exactly if I did, but I'm 90% sure I took the block palette from him. And I just kind of changed where the leaves go and some of the other little bits that I think should have been a little bit different. Not should have, but in my base, I'd like to do a little bit different. You can see the stone down there. There are 3 types of stone that I'm actually having in this base, which is stone and cobblestone. This it's tough, yeah. And then the deep slate. The deep slate is always the pillars. That's important. And then the tough is just round rock piles. And the stone, that's not important because that's mountain stuff. And then here you see I decided I need some resources, which I really do. If I want to build trees and all that stuff, I need those resources. So I hop in and start chopping because, I needed this acacia tree, which is the main tree block. And then I also have to get spruce saplings, not spruce, spruce leaves for my other thing, my leaves on my tree. You'll see that. The next step in order was getting rid of the old mountain I built, the one that I wasn't very happy with. And the main reason I think that is because it was 90% deep slate, 99% deep slate, which is really dark block. And I'm not going for that dark of a style. The biome and the trees and the builds I'm trying to go for are a lighter colors. You can see on my build over there, we have the light oak color, a little bit darker with the spruce, and then also all the grass is gonna be all bright greens, and the trees are a brighter orange. Which actually makes me think maybe I should make my buildings out of some of that because that's the local tree type. Maybe not, I don't know. But then also, I just kind of don't want that to be the way it is. I want lighter. That's where we're going to use stone. Stone is very light. Here you can see I started building the tree, and it's, as you see, the orange. And then I also have to build up, and I'm just using copper as my scaffolding block for now, to build the leaves. But also, I want to use copper as the branchy bits, but I don't have any of the correct color of the bits I want, because I want the fence and that stuff, and the trapdoors, but I need to let those oxidize, and I've not been having good luck with that. And you can see now, I built the rest of the mountain for now. I built up a solid chunk where it'll be above those trees in a nice way that I like, so I can be able to see it in comparison and the trees in comparison to it to see how they stand out. You can also see up here I have this plateau, and that's so I can have it like get smaller like it did in the picture, and I want to have a reason to build those basalt chunks out of deep slate, and that's going to go on the plateau. Now down here you can see my grass and also these concrete blocks that I'm placing down. Now, I was trying to figure out what blocks look nice on the grass, so I went to Good Times with Scars Season 10 base and looked at his grass, and then I also looked at the green blocks, and I was like, concrete looks nice, and you can see the light green, or no, the regular green concrete powder blends in super well. That's what I want. I want colors that are just slightly different. So, that is one of the colors I'm going to use. Probably. I'm probably not going to use the green concrete, just the green concrete powder. That also means I need a base so that it doesn't fall. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying out putting a base, and I'm going to see how the light green actually looks in the grass. So I'm just using the moss that I got from digging there out, making the hole, to fill in the bottom so that I can place it all on top nicely. And I don't actually know what I think about it, because I think I kind of want the deeper bits to be dark and the higher bits to be light. So after I place this in, I'll probably take it back out and then move it somewhere else to try that. Because I only made like 8, 10 of this stuff, 12, I think it was 12 blocks. Which, you know, isn't a lot because I wanted to test. Because I didn't want to accidentally make like a stack and be like, I have a stack and now what am I going to do with it? Also, green is not an easy dye to get. I did make a cactus farm specifically for this. And it's pretty effective. It's one of the more effective ones I've had so far. So that's pretty nice. And you can see I'm placing it over there. I'm definitely getting rid of that dark concrete and probably the light concrete eventually. And now that I think about it, I'm probably going to go flush with everything. Everything is going to be sitting all on the same level, including some grass, which is something that I actually saw in the Good Times of Scars terraforming, which is like, it blends in so well, I should use it. It looks nice. So that's what I do. And I also, on top of the grass block, I put a little bit of grass, not block, the little stringy, real grass, on top of it, so there's actually a tiny bit more depth in it in general, which I think is one of the better looking things. It's also something he did, so. Yeah, I am going for a normal foresty, not spruce, sparse forest. I want something that's like more air than there is tree. So it's just like there's trees dotted here and there, almost like it's somebody's back lawn. Because like, one, I don't know how good these trees look combined really closely, and I kind of like the open feel so that you can actually see the other stuff, like the rocks and the leaves and stuff. You'll see I eventually get some azalea leaves because they look a lot like the nice grass. So I figured I might as well take some of this azalea leaf, throw it down, and stack it up so there's like bushes. And then also I can throw, what are they called? Flowering azalea leaves in there as like a pop of color, which I'll do later. But right now I'm just actually throwing in a bunch of the grass. So I'm doing like splotches and chunks along the bends up there like you saw. And there's one other key thing that I note here. It's important that you never place it on the edge. It cannot be on the edge of a block, or else you'll see that dirt, which doesn't look near as good when it's not all green. Oh, and now you can see I'm actually placing down those azalea bushes finally, nicely, which is exciting. It's like one of the final touches apart from the grass that I need to place down. And the one thing that I am making sure there is none of right now is flowers, because I don't know what flowers I want to add to this base, for what colors I want to be in general, because I'm going to try and tie colors in. I'm gonna try and find colors that match. So, like, I have pink flowers in the azaleas, so I might add a pink flower in general. And now you can see here, this is a finished tree. I have done all the little bits and bobs to make it look like a tree. And in general, there's another one. Do you see that magic? There's now 2 trees. I fell down. Let me get back up here. But yeah, so I have 2 trees here, and I'm liking this so far. So I'm probably going to continue this area over on the other side of that building you see on the left side, because that's the other area that I've actually done stuff in so far. But also I might add some more over here. Kind of depends how much I want to populate it, and I will decide in a little bit. After I go over here, and now you can see this area is a different biome, and the grass looks really blue, so I couldn't use it. So I used a lot more of that concrete powder in hopes that it looks nicer. And I think it does. And you can see this azalea, but the one issue that I have is these torches. I have torch spam so much that mobs don't spawn, but I don't like how it looks, and I don't even know if glow lichen looks nice. So I want to find a good way to do that. Maybe lights under carpets, or moss carpets. That's what I'll do. Next episode also, I've been planning. I need to build a viewpoint so I have an easy way to look at the base and the interior of my actual base. Like where I spend most of my time when I'm not building, which is kind of important. And I think that's what I'll be getting to next episode. Be doing a little more terraforming. From that, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day, and see you next time. Adios.